You may not find the example of Netflix business anywhere. At that time when they started their business, their competitor Blockbuster were having 60,000 employee and also have 9,000 shops. He wanted to sell his company to Blockbuster, but from then on he started laughing, calling him Blockbuster CEO. History is witness that the same Blockbuster, who stood like a mountain in front of him, was forced to rub his knees after just a few years. Once again, he was seen in Netflix's flattering audience. Welcome back to MTV. This is the story of 1997, when the trend of internet business was increasing. Mark had countless ideas, from pet food to selling baseball bats on the internet while sharing with Jeff Bezos, but Reed Hastings did not like any of these ideas. Reed wanted to start such a business on the internet, for which he would have to find a customer once and then the same customer would earn for him again and again. Videotapes, which were the only means of entertainment in those days. People used to watch videos on weekends at their close Blockbuster. They would go to the store, spend hours selecting the movie of their choice and then rent it. If the videotape was not returned on time, they would be fined. At the time when this idea came to them, Reed Hastings had a $40 fine on him which he had to pay to Blockbuster for returning the videotape late. Reed believed that there was a dire need for change in this industry, and the idea of renting movies on the internet would definitely work. But the problem was that each videocassette was very heavy and posting it could be very costly, and if the tapes got damaged during postage, then it would cost a lot. Apart from the losses, this was a big issue. So now Mark and Reed started seeing their new internet business failing even before it could start. After a few weeks, they came to know about DVD technology for the first time through a tech magazine. It was much lighter and cheaper than videocassettes, and posting them could also be very cheap. Reed Hastings thought that instead of videotapes, if movies were put in DVDs and given on rent, it would be more profitable, and from here the DVDs would be delivered to the door. A prepaid return envelope would also be kept in the same envelope, which would make it easier to post the DVD back to the customer. The idea was simple, but money was needed to start it, and both Mark and Reed did not have this investment. Somehow they set up a small low-budget office in which cheap folding tables and second-hand furniture were put, and the employees were hired on low salaries with the promise that if the business grew, they would be paid back. If it works out, he will be given a share in the business. At 9 a.m. sharp, he made the website public and also installed a bell which will ring on every new order. Mark placed the first order himself and the bell rang for the first time. After 1 minute, the bell rang again, and this time it was a real customer. 137 orders were received, which was much more than they expected, and because the website was down for several hours due to heavy load, it meant that the orders were actually going to be even more. They needed to fix the issues of their website so that it does not crash again and again. DVD rental sales were only $11,000. Most people were not renting DVDs, but wanted to buy the entire DVD directly. They had given customers both options to either purchase a DVD for $25 or rent it for $4. Mark and Reed wanted more people to use their rental service because the same DVD would be rented again and again and they would keep earning profits until it gets damaged. They had a good idea that in the beginning they were able to sell DVDs only because there was no other competitor in the market. After a few weeks, they got a call from Amazon's side. Jeff Bezos, who was already well established in the online book market, now wanted to capture the DVD market as well. Jeff Bezos, Mark and Reed also actually wanted to rent DVDs and not sell them. So they started their own new business, which they then started renting to Netflix. They started a promotional campaign, but it failed miserably. They said that they would be given a coupon code through which they could rent 10 free DVDs. But this promotion failed because the coupon codes on DVD players were not inside the box, but were pasted outside the box. That means even if someone did not buy a DVD player, they would become a regular customer. That means it was a loss-making deal. On top of that, Amazon Online, Bill Clinton got into a love affair with Monica, an intern of the White House, and the secret of this story was revealed. Hearings are going on in the court regarding this matter. It was a case where Bill Clinton's affair was proved and Bill Clinton was removed from the presidency. At that time the whole of America was looking for the video of this court trial, and the promotion had already done more harm than expected because Blockbuster was doing the same thing through physical stores, and luckily this idea worked. On the very first day, 90% of the people who saw this promotion subscribed. These were the customers for whom Mark and Reed had worked so hard. Due to subscription, they used to get $800 million annually in the form of late fees, whereas at that time they were taking it very lightly, and because they had their own physical stores running, they did not feel the need for a small internet business. They would keep working in this business as well, obviously on Blockbuster's payroll. So now they fixed a meeting with the CEO of Blockbuster. First, the CEO of Blockbuster listened to their offer quietly, and then Reed Hastings immediately asked for $50 million. On hearing this, the CEO of Blockbuster started laughing loudly. Mark and Reed realized that it was Blockbuster and they had to leave empty-handed. Time passed and they started their own DVD by mail service, but it was too late. They were planning to launch a video-on-demand service like streaming movies on the internet itself, that is, there is no hassle of DVDs, just come and watch the movie and the story ends. This was the first time in the world that a streaming site was doing this. They started taking such steps in a hurry which affected their business a lot. If they returned the videotape without rewinding it, then Blockbuster would charge extra for rewinding it, that is, Blockbuster was extracting money from customers by squeezing them for so many years and was doing the same. After all, they have more customers. And they hesitate to change themselves, while in the meantime someone else comes and takes advantage of it and fills the gap in the market. Something similar happened with Nokia 2 Photography. They also did not change themselves with technology, and other companies left them behind. Today Netflix employees are spread all over the world. The company's business is more than $288,000 crore, and it sells about $1,900 crore annually. That is, at the price at which the whole company goes to refresh its memories as a spot. Hope you all will like and share this video of MTV. Thank you very much for the loving comments of you people. See you in the next great video.